Commander. My name is Jerry, and today we're going to continue with our playthrough of Stalingrad, Advance to the Volga, 1942. We are on turn 5. There were no reinforcements and there were no withdrawals, so we are now looking at the event phase. So we're going to go ahead and pull that chart up. By the way, I've been asked, this chart was something that I added to the game, to the module, because I'm sure they don't want to have the charts on the one that goes out to everybody. So you have to buy the game, which you should buy the game and support the people anyhow. It's a fantastic game, but that's how I have the charts in here. Is I know enough about Vassal to make a mess, and so I just threw these charts in here, so I have them in here, so it's a little easier for me to do things like this. So we're going to start off. We're going to do the random event. So we roll 3 dice, and we roll an 11, and we start off with commissars. So that adds 1 to the Soviet defense level. Then we're going to come down here. Our morale is at 10. If we lose 1 more morale, we will start giving the Soviets a bonus, so we need to pay attention to that. We need a good supply roll right here. So we're going to roll 4 dice for supply, and we get a 17, which isn't bad. So we have 17. So now we can come down here to our units, and we can figure out what we want to do. So I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to purchase this armor unit, and he's going to go right back over to here. He can't go in there because it's a contested area, but they'll go there for 2, so he takes down to 15. Um, we are going to bring the other recon unit back up, and they are in a friendly unit, so we're going to bounce him right there. So that's 2 more, 13. We are going to put we're going to go ahead and get 1 more armor unit. And I think we're going to put them up here for a big push. And that's going to take us down 2 more to 11. You get your 1 air support for free. We're going to take 8 artillery. So that's going to take us down to 4. And we're going to buy 1 morale. That's going to take us down to 1. And that is about all we can do, folks. So we're going to get that taken care of. So now we come back up here. First, we have to do bloody streets. It looks like we have a couple. So we'll start here. We roll 1 dice. Oh, 6. That's not good. So flip the units to their spent side and reduce the morale by 1. Unbelievable. Not a good start. So back down to 10, and that comes off, which we're going to go ahead and leave it on because it's going to stay there for the next turn. That gully's been treacherous. So now we go down here to the grain elevator. We're going to roll 1 die. The 1, no effect. So we go ahead and get rid of that. Okay, so now we come back up to the top. We're going to activate everybody up here in Spartakovia, and they are going to run down into the sports park. We're going to reveal, and they are guards with an 8. So guards actually get 3 dice to roll. So we're going to run, let's see, we've got 6, 7, 8, 9. We are going to actually add 2 artillery support up there at the sports park. So now we are looking at our lead unit is going to be a 4, or I'm sorry, going to be a 6. Then we add 7, 8, 9, division integrity 10, artillery for 11, 12, 13, 14. So the Germans are 14. The Russians start off with 8, add 3 for the TEM for 11. They get 12 for Commissar. So Germans have a 2 firepower advantage. We roll. The Germans roll a 6 on a 14, so they go to 20 firepower. The Russians roll a 9 on a 12. They go to 21, and they actually repulse us out of there. Not a good start. So repulse, we lose the attacking unit. They go back because they retreat. They all get flipped. We lose our 2 artillery. And nothing else. Oh, we lost. So we go down morale 1. So this is bad, folks. So now it goes down to the shaken side. And the Soviets get +1 added on. So not a good way to start. We're going to come back over to this area here, over at Hill 1354. And all they are going to do, they're going to jump down here and see if they can take over the farm. We're going to add 2 more artillery. So we're going to go back up here to the farm. So our lead unit is a 5. We add 1 for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for artillery. So the Germans are a 10. The Russians are a 5. Add 1 for 6, 1 for 7 for commissar, and 1 for 8 for morale. So they're at 8. 2-point advantage for the Germans. We roll. The Germans roll a 10. So that adds for 20. The Russians roll an 8. And so they're at 16. So we win that battle. So we get ahead and flip that and send those to the out of action box. We flip our units and we get rid of that. And we actually add a control marker at the state farm. So we come down here, we go to 27. And now we come over to here. They are going to go, so they can go, I think it's 2 to go next to a congested area. So enter a vacant area is 1, enter an area next to it, yeah, it's 2. So we're just going to stop there, and they're going to flip. Oh no, you can't do that because that's too many people in a hex, Jerry. So we're going to go back there. So they are going to just drop down here to the factory. They're going to go down there. So now we're going to activate these guys. They are going to jump into Hill 107. We're going to reveal their barrage, so we're going to lose 1 right away. We're going to grab 2 artillery. Where did we go? Right here. Oh no, where did we jump into? Yeah, there. Okay. And then we are going, okay, so we start off with 3, 4, 5. Division integrity is 6, 7, 8 for artillery, 9, 10 for artillery. So Germans start off with 10. The Russians start off with 8, 9, 10. They get 1 for commissar and then 1 for morale. So they are at a 12. So we roll. Germans roll a 6, so they go to 16. The Russians roll a 6 and they go to 18. So we're repulsed again. Not a good start to the day, folks. So lead unit gets eliminated. We flip over the others. They retreat because that was a mandatory assault. And we get rid of that and go back to the pile. Ugh, boy, not a terrific start here. All right, so now we come down to here, and we are going to run into the gully. We flipped a unit to reveal Fanatic and 9. That's tough. Tough. So we're going to run all the air support and artillery into there. We're going to send everything into the gully. So we're going to do all that. So we're going to start off with the 7 attack, 8, 9, 10 for units, 11 for division 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the Germans stand at 15. The defense is 9 plus 3 is 12 plus commissar 13 plus morale is 14, but we do have air support. So we roll one dice and they lose 6. So that goes down to 8. So that was fortunate for us. We roll. Oh, low rolls for everybody, but that's not going to hurt the Germans this time. So we 15 add 3, we're at 18. Russians rolled snake eyes, they're at 8, so they go to 10. So we needed 9 to overrun. We did not overrun. So it becomes a stalemate. Oh, that's brutal. So take that all to the box. Oh, that is rough right there. And we're going to have to do Bloody Streets next time. All right, so now we go down to the airfield. And they're going to take their chances in the gully. We're going to see what that does. We reveal they've got hero of a 4. So heroes, we're going to lose 1 morale automatically unless we overrun. We have no more artillery or support, so this is what it is. So we're going to go 4, 5, 6, 7. Division integrity is 8. The Russians are a 4 plus 3 for 7 plus 1 for commissar 8 plus 1 for morale is 9. So we roll the dice. 8 plus 9 for the Germans is 17. 9 plus 8 is 18. So the Russians get rid of us again there. Ugh. So with the heroes, we lose a morale of 1. We were repulsed. So we go back over to the airfield, flip over, and that's not good. So now we drop down here. Remember, they were out of shape because of that. All right, so here down in the grain elevator, this isn't good. So we're going to start off with a 3, 4, 5. That's all we got. And there are 14, add 1 for commissar 15, add 1 for morale 16. So we're going to definitely lose this one. We roll. We rolled a 7, which isn't nearly enough. They rolled a 6 for a 24. So they win. We don't get repulsed, but we do lose a lead guy. And they get flipped. And we lose, so we lose 1 morale to 7. That's the end of that game turn. So now we go to end of the game. There's no automatic victory. German morale goes down by 1 to 6. We flip everybody to their good side, and now we move the turn marker to turn 6. No reinforcements, no withdrawals. We roll on the random events chart a 10, commissars again. Now we roll on the supply chart. Oh, only 12 for supply. So we're at 13 for supply. We are going to, boy, this is ugly. You get 1 air support for free. We're going to buy 2 tank units. So we're going to start off, we're at 14 or 13. So we're going to go down to 9. And we're going to put these 2 units back. So we're going to put this unit back. He can't go into there, so he can go there. He goes back into the rail station. This guy's going to go back up and coordinate with his cronies who are in here. And then we're going to bring back 1 infantry. So that costs us 1. So that goes down to 8 points. And that leaves us with a total of 7, or I'm sorry, that leaves us a total of 8 points, right? So we started off with 13, went down to 9, bought 1. Yep. So we can go, well, 13 down to 9, down to 8. It costs 1 each to do the artillery. So we're going to buy all 8 of those. And that is it. So now we come back up here. We go to Bloody Street. So we'll start off at, I think, the gully down here. Yeah, we're going to start off at this gully. We roll 1 dice, no effect. In this gully, we roll 1 dice, a 4, no effect. And that's it for that. So now we go back to movement and go into combat. So we're going to move everybody into the sports park again. We're going to add an artillery. So again, the guards, we've already used them, so they do get to roll 3 dice. No, because that's the first time, so they don't get to roll 3 dice this time. So we start off as a 6, 7, 8, 9, division integrity 10, 11, 12. The Russians start off with 8, 9, 10, 11, plus 1 for Commissar 12, plus morale for 13. So close battle here. We roll. The Germans roll a 6 with their 12, so they go to 18. The Russians roll a 4 with their 13, so they go to 17. Woo-hoo! We actually get a win. That goes back to the box. They get deleted. We go ahead and flip everybody, but we do add a control marker to the sports park. Come down here, add another. Oh, we got these things flipped. So it goes to 18. I'm sorry, it should be 28. And the supply went down to 0. All right, so we're at 28 for areas held. So now we come back and let's try. All right, these areas, they're going to go from the state farm into the ravine. We're going to reveal the defense in the ravine. They're heroes with 7. Oh, yep. So we've got to go back up to this attack. So we may not win that attack because they get to roll 1. No, they didn't because they've done it the first time. Never mind. All right. I'm trying to outthink myself. So now we're in the ravine. We reveal heroes. So they get German morale goes down by 1 unless we overrun them. We're going to take 2 artillery and run them up here too. So we start off with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the Russians have 10, but then they get 1 for Commissar for 11, then 1 for morale for 12. So we're behind the ball a little bit by 2. We roll. The Germans roll a 9 for a 19. The Russians roll a 6 for an 18. All right. Some luck is happening here. So even though the heroes, we are going to lose 1 if we don't overrun. So we lose 1 there. So we go down to 5 for morale, but they're deleted. We get to go flip here and we take control of the ravine. So we add 1 more marker. So we are now at 29. All right. So we come back over here to the Silkate factory. They are just going to come into here and flip. They're done. Uh, this infantry is going to come into the Hill 107. We are going to use our air support there. Or I'm sorry, where do we put them? I went too far, I guess, huh? No? Sorry, folks. Okay, okay, we're up here. So we're at 107. I am going to take 1 artillery as well because I just. All right, so we start off with the lead unit of 3, 4, 5. Divisional integrity is 6, 7, 8. So the Germans start off at 8. The Russians start off at 8, 9, 10, plus 1 for Commissar 11, plus morale for 12. We do have air support, so we roll. All right, we've got a big air support. They lose 6, so they go down to 6. So it's 8 to 6. We roll. Oh, the Germans have a horrible roll. We roll a 3 with the 8. That goes to 11. The Russians roll an 8 with their 6. They go to 14. So we get repulsed again, lose a lead unit, flip over 2 units. They go back, and then we get rid of our artillery and our air support, which hurts. So that didn't work out the way we wanted it to. Now we come down to the airfield. They're going to drop into. Oh, and since we got repulsed, we lose a morale as well. So we come back up here. The airfield, we're going to drop into the gully. We're going to add 1. We're going to add 2 artillery. So we start off, lead unit is a 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for divisional integrity, 10 for artillery, 12 for artillery. So GE starts at 12. The Russians start at 7. They add 1 for Commissar for 8, 1 more for morale for 9. So Germans have the edge here. We roll. We rolled 6 plus the 12, so you're at 18 for Germany. And the Russians roll an 11 with a 9, so they go to 20. Oh, folks, just brutal. So back to the box, back to the box. We lose the lead unit. Everybody here goes back to the station and we flip them. It's not looking good, folks. We scroll down. Okay, did we do this combat here? Must not, because we didn't flip anybody. Should have done that first because now we could lose here again. Nope, that's my mistake. So we start off here 7, 8, 9, 10. Divisional integrity is 11. Fanatics of 9, 10, 11, 12 for defense so far. Add 1 for Commissar and add 1 for morale. They're at a 14. We need a good roll here. The Germans roll a 6 for a 17. The Russians roll a 5 for a 19. Morale goes back down another 1 because we lost. We don't have to retreat. However, everybody's spent and we lose the attacking unit. Oof, I didn't plan that one out real well. That was a organizational error. All right, so now we're in this gully here. Not looking good here either. 3, 4, 5. Division integrity is 6. And there are 9 till on 12, 13, 14 with all the other stuff added because of morale and commissar. So we roll. We roll a 7. We're at 13. Russians roll a 6. They're at 20. So again, we lose our head unit. They get flipped. We lose morale. You can't go below 0 morale, but now the problem is we're going to stay in this state for a while. Grain elevator. Man, I just didn't plan that very well. We need to do the tougher areas first, I think, going forward. Um, all right, so we start off with the attack unit of 3. So 3, 4, 5. Division integrity 6. Don't think it's going to matter for these guys. The defense is 14 plus 2 is 16 because of the morale and the commissar. So they're in big trouble here. The Germans roll a 3, they roll a 4, so they win big time. So we lose the starting unit. They flip, lose their morale, and now we're going to have bloody streets in there the next time. All right, well, that's it for the turn. We go to end of turn, no victory conditions. We lose 1 morale, down to 0. Ugh, we flip all of our units. And then we draw and we come over here. We go to turn 7. So we do get to add some reinforcements. You can bring them into 31 and 32 if we own it, and I'm pretty sure we do. I think that's right there. Yep. So we want to bring these guys in, or they can go to 1 and 2. You know what? We may just drop them down to 1 and 2. They need some support down here. Yeah. We're going to drop them down in the 2. That's our reinforcements. Um, there's no withdrawals, so now we go to the event. So we pull up the event table, we roll 3 dice. A 13, logistical pause. Oh no. Roll 1d6, select a number of areas containing German units and flip them to their spent side. That roll is, of course, a 6. So we're going to flip everybody here. That's one area. We'll do the ravine. That's 2 areas. We'll do here 3 areas, 4 areas. Oh boy. Should have a bloody streets marker in here. 5 areas. And we'll go down here. 6 areas. Boy, that that's brutal. So now we go to supply. We roll 4 dice on the supply and we get 12. We really needed a lot more than that. So we come over here. We still have 2 supply units in here, so that's good. So we don't have to buy them. We do get 1 air support for free. Now let's see what units we want to bring back. We lost a lot of units that time. We're going to spend one. So that's going to go down to 11 to get the infantry back up here. We're going to spend two more to get that guy back. So he goes to 9. We're going to add one more air support, so that drops us down to 6. And then we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to spend 6 on artillery. We flip all those. And we are down to 0. So that's all the time. That's all that's spent. So now we go do bloody streets. It's going to be a quick turn since we don't have a lot of things to do because of the logistical pause. Come down here to the gully. We roll 1 dice. It's no effect. We come down here to the grain elevator. Roll 1 dice. It's no effect. And now we come back up here. So they've been activated. We're just going to flip him. He's not going anywhere. All right, so now we're back here at the gully with the fanatic. We're going to bring air support in. We're going to bring in 2 artillery. All right, so big battle here. We start off with a 6, 7, 8, divisional 9, 10, 11 for artillery, 12, 13 for artillery. Russians start off with 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for commissar, 14 for morale, but we have air support. So we roll 1 die. We lose 2, so they go down to 12. Not as good as we were hoping. And now the combat. The Germans are roll a 5 on a 13, so they are 18. The Russians roll a 7 with their 12, they are a 19. Boy, we just cannot catch a break. So artillery goes away, air support goes back, we lose a lead unit, and they're flipped, and they're flipped, and then we add a streets marker. All right, so now we're going to activate the airfield, and we're going to move them into the gully. We're going to add 2 artillery. So we start off with 3, 4, 5, divisional integrity 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The Russians are 4 plus 3 is 7, 8 for commissar, 9 for morale. We roll for combat. The Germans roll a 5, so they are 15. The Russians roll a 4, so they are a 13. So we actually win there. So that goes back. We return the artillery. We flip everybody to their spent side. We add a control marker. And that takes us to 30 controlled areas. All right, so now we're going to activate these guys over here. And they're just going to roll into 1 there, 1 into here, and then into the airfield, and they'll flip. We come down to the woods where our reinforcements come in. If they move in there, they've got to attack, so they'll probably get beat, so they're not going anywhere. Oh, you know what? They'll go into They will go someplace. So we'll activate this guy. He'll go into here, flip. He's not going anywhere, so he'll flip. And that was a quick turn, folks. All right, so no automatic victory. We lower the morale to 1. We can't go less than 0, so we're stuck there. We move the turn marker to 8. We flip all the units back over. We do the events. A 9 on the event is commissar, so they add 1. So at least it's not paused. Supply rolls a 13. So 13. So we go back down here, see what units we lost. You get 1 air unit. Oh, you know what? Yeah, 1 air unit. And there should have been 3 of these in here still. Or 4. I'm sorry. I don't know why I dragged them up there. So they're still there. So we take down 3. So that takes us down to 10. We are going to add. We're going to use this armor unit and put him into the rail station for 2 more. So that's 8. So put the supply down to 8. Then we're going to add. Ooh, we really should get some more support back for these guys. Let's go back up to. Boy. You know what? We're just going to spend 3 more or 4 more on artillery. 3 more on artillery to go to 5. We're going to boost our morale by 1. No, you know what? We're going to keep it down there. So that leaves us, we're going to bring back 2 infantry units. So we're going to bring that infantry unit back to there. We're going to bring this infantry unit back to here. And that leaves it. And then we'll spend our last one on air support. So we'll do, if I could find the marker. I know there's 3 air supports. Oh, they're already there. So let's just do, we're just going to do 3 more. 1, 2, and that leaves us at 1. So there we go. So now we go back up to, we go back and let's do bloody streets first. So we'll start off here in the gully, roll 1 dice, no effect. Should do bloody streets here. They all get flipped. Bloody streets here, no effect. All right, so now we come back up to the top. So now we're going to make a big push. You know what? Let's do these bottom ones first. We really need to get these areas cleaned out. So we're going to move them into here. And then we're going to add air support. And then we're going to add 2 artillery. Actually, I think we may add 3 artillery. Yeah, we're going to do that. So now we start off with the lead unit is a 6, 7, 8, divisional 9, divisional integrity 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the Germans start off with 16. It seems like a lot, but not when you have a 10 fanatic. So 10 plus 4 is 14, plus Commissar is 15, plus Morale is 16. So they start off the same way we do. However, we have air support, so we roll for air support. Goes down 3, so they are 13. So, excuse me, now the attack begins. Germans roll a 5, so the Germans go to 21. The Russians roll a 3, so they go to 16. So we defeat them finally. We lose. That goes out of action, out of action. We use our air support. And now we flip over all these units. Flip and flip. And we draw a control marker. And we add one more control. So we should be at 31, 30, what are we at? 31. All right, so we're at 31. So we go back up here. Oh, let's go back down here. So they were spent. We took that German control there. Um, so here, these guys are going to move up into here. They're done, and they have a mandatory assault. So we're going to use another air support there. We're going to use 2 more artillery. We start off with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So Germans start off with 12. The Russians are strong here again. 9, add 3 for 12, and then 2 more for Commissar and Morale. So they're at 14, but we do have air support. So we roll air support. They lose 2, so it's a dead heat, 12 and 12. So now we combat. And of course, they win. We rolled a 6, they rolled an 8. So these guys, so the lead unit gets eliminated. They retreat back into here. He's flipped. Morale can't go down anymore. And nothing else happens there. Um, this unit here is just going to move there and flip. All right, let's see. We have 3 support and an Air Force support. So let's look at infantry is just not that strong, is it? All right, we're going to move them up into here and just flip them. We are going to move. Got to get these guys into the war. So let's take these guys and they will drop down into the station, the rail station. We reveal guards at a 7. So guards roll 3 dice. We are going to use we're going to use 2 more artillery. So our lead unit is a 2. We add 3, 4 divisional integrity, so for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the Germans are at a 10. Let's make sure we add. Oh, you know what? We didn't add that up right because we used the. So we start off with 5, 6, 7, 8, division integrity 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They are 7 and 4 for 11, Commissar and Morale, so they are 13. and the combat. All right, so we rolled a 9, they rolled a 7, so we win by 2. So they're eliminated. Artillery goes back to the box. We flip everybody, draw a marker, and we go to 32 areas held. Now we go. We're going to go up to this gully, and we're going to bring over the last of our air support and our last artillery. So our lead unit is a 6. We're going to add one for 7, 8, 9. So Germans start off with 9. The Russians start off with 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 because of the morale and the commissar. But then we have air support, so we roll for air support. They go down to an 11, so it's 9 to an 11. They're still ahead. We need a good roll. The Germans get the good roll. 9 add 10 for 19. The Russians are 11, add 6, so they're 17. So we win there. Artillery goes away. We add another marker. And we get rid of the air support. And they're spent. All right. So then we go over to Hill 98.9. They can't do much. That's a big, it's an 8 in there. So if we had 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, we're not going to just get in there to get beat up. But we could win. They're going to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, we're not going to do that. So they're not going to do anything. Uh, this guy is going to move up here. He's spent. This guy's going to stay there. He's not doing anything. But then we're going to move these guys into here. They'll flip. And then we've got one last big combat, I think. I think everybody else is taken care of. Yep. So we go back up here. We're going to be, man, what are we going to do? I think we're going to go into the workman settlement. We have no more support. They're going to reveal. Ambush 7. So lead attacking unit is going to lose automatically. So our lead unit's a 6, 7, 8, 9. Division integrity is 10. So the Germans start off with 10. The Russians start off with 7. Plus the defense is is a 3. So they are at a 10 as well. So now we need a good roll. We fight. The Germans roll a 6, so they go to 16. The Russians roll a 5, they go to 15. All right. So lead unit automatically loses. So he goes out. The other guys flip. He's destroyed, and we gain a marker. So now we come down and we're at 34. And flip. And that is it for that turn. So we come down here to turn 9. Oh, and we have to withdraw. So first thing is, let's just do no automatic victory. Can't take the morale any lower. So now we're looking at, we drop 1 air support in there. So now we have to find who withdraws. The 29th Motorized Division withdrawals. So I don't think we have anybody in here. So we flip everybody back over. Oh. So withdrawal, I think they're gone. Yep. So they're no longer in the game at all. So they're going to come up here. So they're going to go there. See who? Ooh, there's 29. Boy, all of these guys all move up here and are withdrawn. That hurts. Ugh, that really, really hurts. All right, so then we go down. We're at turn 9, no reinforcements. We did the withdrawal. We flipped everybody. So now let's go to the effects or events. We roll 3 dice, 9 commissars, so they get +1 again. Now we roll for supply, 16, so we go to 17 for supply. So that's not horrible. We get the 1 air support. And then we're going to split these up just so we know what we got. So we know we're going to spend 3 more for air support, so that's going to go down 1, 2, 3 to 14. We are going to add we're going to take it down 2 more and bring this armor back up here. We are going to bring this armor back. So down to 10. And he is going to go. Boy, where is he going to go? Boy, he's going to jump into here. Then we're going to spend 3 more for air support. So it goes down to 7. And then we're going to bring in 7 artillery. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. All right. So now let's do bloody streets first. So nothing there, nothing there. Do we not have any more bloody streets? We've got bloody streets here in the gully. So we roll 1 die, no effect. And that's it. All right. So now we come back and now we've got to make another push. So we are going to move these guys up into the gully. And then we're going to also add air support and an artillery. So we're going to start off with 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're going to add 1 more support. 14. The Russians are at 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 for Commissar, 14 for morale. But then we're also going to we have an air support, so we roll for air support. They subtract 4, so they go down to a 10. And now we fight it out. The Germans scored an 8 on a 14, so that's a 22. The Russians score a 10 on a 10 is a 20. So we win there. So the heroes, they go away. Move out of action. We flip everything else over. And we gain control marker. All right. So we go back up. Okay. This area here. Boy, there's some rough areas coming up. Um, you know what? We're going to drop those guys down in the army camp. We're going to reveal that they are a barrage of 8, so we're going to lose one automatically. So we're going to go to air support, and we're going to go with 2 artillery support. So hopefully we can overrun them. I don't think we're going to be able to, but we'll see. Um, so we are going to lead off with the armor 5, 6, 7, 8. Divisional integrity is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The Russians are at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for Commissar, 13 for morale, but then we also roll for air support, and that's a 5, so it goes down to 8. So now we need a big roll. We each roll the same, so 13 plus 7 is a 20 for the Germans, and the Russians are 18, or no, I'm sorry, 13 because they were 13 too. And, or no, I'm sorry, they were 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, minus 4, or minus 5 is an 8. So they're 8 plus 7 is 15. All right, so we didn't overrun. So we lose the lead unit. We did beat them. They go out of action. And everybody else flips. And we add another control marker. And we go to 36 control. So now we go back up here. We don't have, yeah, we do have a little bit of support. So we're going to take all these infantry here. They're going to go up into hill 1075. We're going to add our 1 artillery, 1 aircraft. Okay, and we are looking at, we're probably going to do 1 more artillery just to make sure. I don't even know if that's going to make sure. We've got 3 units. We're going to bring it all in there. All right, so lead unit is a 3, 4, 5, divisional integrity 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So the Germans start at 12. The Russians are an 8 plus 2 for 10, plus Commissar and morale is a 12. However, we do have air support, so we subtract 6, so they go down to a 6. So it's GE 12, RU gets 6 firepower, and now we roll for combat. We rolled Germans rolled a 5 with the 12, so that goes to 17. The Russians rolled a 6 with the 6, that goes to 12. So we defeat them. We get rid of all the artillery and the air support. We flip our units, but we do add another area. So that puts us at 37. Then we're going to go Boy, we can't overstack. So they're going to move down here for 1, into here for 2, for 3. So they're going to flip. This armor is going to go down here and flip. He's going to flip and stay there. Flip and stay there. Get it? That's really bad humor, I know. This group here, the ravine, they're all going to come down in here in the Doma, Kome. We're going to reveal. They're fanatic. Only a 4, but they're still fanatic. I have no more help. So we start off, lead unit is a 5, 6, 7, 8. Division integrity is 9. The Russian defense is 4, plus 3 is 7, plus Commissar 8, plus morale is 9. So big combat here, roll. The Germans, so we're tied. The Germans roll an 8 and the Soviets roll a 7. So we win. But it's turned into a stalemate since it's the first one that they've had. So that's flip, 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 but we stay there. So everything's okay there. Um, go back up here. Um, we're going to activate the settlement, and they're all going into this next settlement over here. We're going to reveal a barrage. We're going to lose 1 automatically. That's not good. So we lose the little guy. We'll start off the attack 6, 7, 8 divisional art. Oh no, we only have 8. So the Germans start off with 8. The Russians have 7 plus 3 is 10, 11, 12 for morale and everything. So we need a good roll. We roll. The Germans roll a 10, so we're at 18. The Russians are 12, add 7, they're at 19. So they do win. So we have to go back, and they're repulsed. So one of the units goes away. They stay there. We go down 1 for morale, which we can't, and that's it. So end of the turn. So now we go to turn 10, and we're going to stop this here. We're going to flip pieces. We can't lose morale anymore, so we're going to stop it here, and we will pick this up at turn 10. It's not looking good for the home team. We'll only have 37 spots, but we'll see how it goes next time, folks. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, ring the bell, do all that YouTube stuff. Hope the audio is better. Give me more feedback. Let me know what's going on, and we'll talk to y'all soon. Thanks.